Hi there. I wanted to give you an update. So I've had my vagina piercing for about a week now. Actually, today makes a week. And I wanted to share a little bit of my experience with you. So the females that decide that they do want to get a vagina piercing knows what to expect. I'm not sure if you've subscribed to my channel or if you've seen my previous videos, but I did another video previously about opinions on vagina and nipple piercings. So I went out on a limb and decided that I did want to get a Christina piercing. A Christina piercing is the little piece of meat that's in between your lips. Okay, so that's the lips, and the Christina piercing is up here at the top. Okay, it would put you in the mind of a navel piercing almost. The initial piercing itself isn't really that bad. There is a pinch when the clamp goes on, and there's pressure. There's also a stinging kind of pinch when the needle is being pushed through. Now, there are different kinds of needles that you can use. There is the regular metal needle, and then there's also the catheter needle. Depending on your piercer, it might be a little different. Either way, there's going to be burning whenever they are pushing the needle through to put your ring in. So you'll notice that burning, and the burning is really the worst part. After the burning, you will sorry, I'm coughing so much this week. After the burning, you will notice a tug, kind of, a pull. And once the jury is inserted, there's a small burn, and then a little more tugging, and then you put the ball on and it's done. So it's not really that bad. It is similar to a navel piercing, except there's quite a bit more burning. Other than that, I had a really positive experience, but other than that, that's all there is to it. So it's not actually that bad. If you're interested in getting it done, I do suggest you do so, because it's actually not what I expected as well. With the piercing, I expected it to get stuck on my zipper or in the seam of my pants, and it does not in any way get stuck in the seam of my pants or anything. So that was a surprise for me. Also, I thought it would be a little weird putting pressure, leaning up against something, or something hitting me where my Christina piercing is. I thought that it would be painful or sore maybe, and surprisingly, I haven't had any negative experiences with it. It doesn't do a whole lot of hurting or getting stuck in anything. Also, the second and third day, you should expect the most amount of swelling. The area doesn't swell a lot, so you're not going to notice a lot of swelling anyway. But after the third day, the small amount of swelling that is there will go down. So it's not going to last very long. The piercing itself, I find it very, very attractive. It would put you in the mind of a navel ring the way it lays. It lays back, so really only the top ball is going to be exposed, and you can actually get flat rings for that. So it's not something that is going to be in your way at all, which is really why I like it. I prefer it much over any of the other vaginal piercings. If you have any questions, you can let me know. The cleaning solution that you use would be a sea salt solution or your foaming antibacterial dial soap. Okay, so either way, either of those is going to keep you clean and ensure that you heal as long as you clean it regularly like you're supposed to. Other than that, the only tips that I have is don't be trying to have hardcore rough sex for the first 2 days because it can irritate it. Other than that, 3 or 4 days later, actually there is barely any tenderness, barely any soreness at all. So you can do whatever you like. For those first couple of days, ladies, I would take it easy. Also, just because it is a fresh piercing and you want to treat it as such. Okay, you don't want to get anything in it that could cause it to get infected or irritated at all, because it would mess up the healing process. I think that's about all the information I have for you at this time. If you have any questions that I have left out or that I've not mentioned today, leave them for me, and I'll see what I can do about getting you an answer. Also, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would appreciate if you do so. And hope you have a nice day. Thank you so much for tuning in.